Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to discuss with you one of the magnificent musical concerts happening in Melbourne. That is Obanisa, Because of You. So this show is brought to you by the Production One Events and the DJ Naresh Productions collaboration with Tulip Jaikodi. So we have two special guests here to discuss more about the event. So welcome Sri and Naresh.
Thank you.
First of all, we would like to know what's the reason behind you bringing this show to Melbourne this time?
Sure. So Tushara, it's a very special and unique moment for us as we bring this show back to Melbourne, or to Melbourne rather. This is a 20th year anniversary show for Bathya and Shantush. They've been in the industry, in the music industry in Sri Lanka for all that time, and the biggest reason that they wanted to do this show was to thank their fans and the community for being behind them and supporting them through that entire journey. So this is a very creative and extremely innovative show. People might have watched the scenes back in Sri Lanka of some of these shows that have happened, and we're hoping to create a similar magic here with that.
Right, okay. Now, Naresh, tell us what's the difference between this show compared to the last show?
Yes, Tushara. So this is the third show that we are putting together, Production One and myself. So with Bathya and Shantush. So the previous two shows, Sarasihin and Up Close and Personal, each time we try to bring the production standard for these shows one step up.
That's right.
So this time we've got to a point that we're using an international venue for this performance. So most of you probably know about the Melbourne Festival Hall, and it has hosted artists such as Frank Sinatra, the Beatles, Justin Timberlake, Red Hot Chili Peppers. So this is a historic venue of Melbourne. And the second thing that we are going to be doing differently to the previous shows is that with the last two shows, one of the biggest suggestions by our fan base has been, why don't you choose a venue that has a dance floor? So Bathya and Shantush, they bring a lot of energy and people want to get up and dance. So in the last two events, people have been getting up and dancing in the aisles, you know, when the music was going on. So we thought, okay, let's accommodate that request. And also there are other people who want to like sit down and watch. And this venue allows both of that sort of options to be available for our patrons. And the third thing that we wanted to do with this production was the Bathya and Shantush shows in Sri Lanka also, their production quality has been going through the roof. And what we are trying to do is replicate as much as possible that level of performance that we can see on Sri Lankan shows currently. So we're not going to give you a show that, you know, that it has been presented in either like the Besant Centre or even with the Melbourne Recital Centre. This is going to be a vastly bigger scale of production. So I think those three are the main three differences that we're going to give to our patrons this time. And as a thank you from us for their support over the last years.
Yes, can we expect different performance from Bathya and Shantush this time?
Performers this time will be Bathya and Shantush and Umaria. In the previous shows, we've had all 5 members of the Bathya and Shantush family here. The difference is that being the 20th anniversary show, we are expecting more of Bathya and Shantush to be featured. And they've just recently released the album Obanisa, which is getting huge reviews from the Sri Lankan patrons. And they will be performing many songs from the new album as well as their old albums and our favorites. So that will be the difference in terms of the performances that we can expect.
Right. Sri, does it cater just for one age group for everyone? Or?
Another good question. So with Bathya and Shantush, what we have always felt is that it caters across the board for any age group. You know, kids. We've seen kids in our shows that are only a few months old, and they still sleep through or really enjoy the show, all the way through to 60 and 70 and 80-year-olds coming in and watching the show and really thoroughly enjoying it. So there is no section of the community that's limited to this this particular show. Bathya and Shantush have always performed excellently and extraordinarily, so we're expecting exactly the same results this time. And one of the reasons we're bringing them back so soon is because it is popular demand to have them back on the stage in Melbourne and really see them at their creative best. So we're hoping to achieve that again.
Okay, I'm pretty sure our audience are eager to know where they can buy tickets from.
So the tickets are all available online. So we've chosen Ticketmaster to be our ticketing platform this time. So just have to jump on www.ticketmaster.com.au. We've got 4 sections available for purchase. So there are 2 standing sections: the Gold Pit at $100, the dance floor, which is at $60, and then we've got the 2 seated sections as well. VIP being the best seats in the house at $125, and the reserved seating section, which is at $75. Last time we brought Bathya and Shantush, we had 2 shows, and we basically sold out about 2,000 tickets, and we are hoping for much more of an audience this time. So be quick and get your tickets, is all I would tell.
Thank you very much for sharing this information with us, and wish you all the very best for the event behalf of the Sri Lanka Morning Show team.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having us.
Thank you, Tushara, and thank you very much for Channel 31 for giving us this opportunity.